Hi, I'm Dave Dickinson here from astroguys.com, and today, by popular demand, we are going to show you how you can set up a low-rent way to track and photograph satellites. Alright, I'm going to walk around and show you my little Ad-Hoc setup that I have here that I've been using with some success to photograph satellites. Right here we have a homemade weather station for the laptop that keeps it portable and keeps it contained out here. This keeps dew from forming on it. Dew is a big problem here in Florida. And this also keeps your setup kind of where you can just tow it in, tow it out without lugging a lot of parts out here. It makes a good little case setup for the laptop itself. The laptop, you're going to be running the freeware software, and it's going to have, I also rigged up a little fan that hooks in here that keeps the area cool and keeps air circulation going. This is the eyepiece I'm probably going to be using for initial acquisition. This is a wide field 42mm eyepiece, but when you've got it hooked up, you're going to be using the webcam. The webcam is just a Logitech 4000 off-the-shelf $40 webcam that I modified so the eyepiece fits in there. And I use this for planetary photography, and it occurred to me that when the International Space Station's passing over, it's about the same brightness and about the same size as Jupiter or Saturn or things I was already imaging. Now the big problem you're going to have is focus and tracking, because when the International Space Station moves over, it's going to be moving like a star. So there's sophisticated tracking software out there. However, our scope doesn't even have drive motors on it. It's not an old, newer, sophisticated type scope like that. I'm the drive motor for the scope, basically. So what you're going to have is a telerad right here for a targeter. This is going to track, and like say an airplane tracking over right now, that's actually a good way to use. What we're going to do, we have a pot grabber here. You could use a pool stick, a broomstick, anything that would. The idea is you want to guide it like the old style cameras you see where they had it, where you're guiding it like this. And what I'm doing is I'm aiming through the reticle and I'm tracking. I'll do a little demonstration of it in a moment. And you're tracking kind of like a AAA gun. You're kind of tracking the satellite as it moves overhead. Now you're not going to get the satellite in every frame. The idea for this is you want to get the satellite, if you watch it when you see on the imagery, you're going to see it like hop around, but you're going to want to just grab one or two good frames out of 1,000, you'll get 20 good frames that will show an image in it. But that's the setup, and the key to the setup, like I said, is the very low-tech broomstick / pot grabber, the webcam with the software in the laptop, and the telerad for targeting.
And how do you have that, the pool stick attached to the scope?
We have that hooked up with bungees, so you can just remove it. We have bungee cords, and you can see the whole, if I swivel it around.
So you can make this whole thing happen at Walmart?
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, all you need for this kind of imaging and planetary imaging, if you have a telescope, a webcam, and a laptop, which most houses have webcams and laptops kicking around, and if you're an amateur astronomer and you have a telescope, you could be doing this kind of imaging tonight. It doesn't take a lot of sophisticated, the software I download is free. That runs on the computer, that does the processing and the image tracking. It's K3 CCD tools, which actually you have to subscribe to now. It's like 20, 30 bucks. It used to be free. And Registax, which is a free software program, processing program I use, which still is free for processing. But it's a very low-tech setup. All right, we're back here with our Ad-Hoc satellite tracking setup. And I'm going to show you briefly just how I have to be positioned when the satellite's coming up overhead. I'm looking down through this reticle right here, and then I'm guiding it like this, and I'm trying to keep it centered, centered, centered. I've already got the software set, so when the satellite comes overhead and I see it, I just have to hit like record, and it's all focused and ready, because you don't have time to be running back and forth to the keyboard while you're tracking. For the focus on it, what I do is I try to find something bright that is similar to the ISS over the horizon. Venus makes a very good target. Venus is similar in brightness and magnitude to the ISS, and it's stationary, so you can have it all set up in the focus and the align and the shutter speed and everything. I shoot maybe about 1/500th shutter speed is a good shutter speed to shoot at for the ISS, because it's similar to what Venus is. But this is basically our setup, and this is how we track. Remember, with this kind of setup here, you can be shooting satellites tonight.